It was a dark night, one that whispered secrets among the shadows. In a small village where the wind carried forgotten stories and the trees seemed to wither under the weight of mystery, there stood a forgotten cemetery. No one dared to speak its name in the light of the full moon, for it was said that the slumbering souls stirred when darkness embraced the broken tombstones. Among the fearless youth of the region, an urban legend emerged about a tomb marked with an indecipherable inscription. It was said that those who dared to decipher the mysterious words triggered supernatural events that echoed through the corridors of the beyond. The group of friends, motivated by a mix of curiosity and challenge, decided to investigate the cemetery on an unusual night when the boundary between the real and the unknown seemed thinner. As the hours advanced and the moon cast its trembling glow over the worn tombstones, the fate of these young individuals intertwined with something beyond their comprehension. The once dormant cemetery gained a life of its own, and suspense hung like a supernatural fog. This is the story of lost souls and secrets echoing in the twilight. Prepare to enter the realm of the inexplicable, where fear and curiosity dance on the thin line between life and eternity. Awakening of Shadows. The four friends, intrepid and full of youth, walked with cautious steps through the stone paths of the forgotten cemetery. The flickering light of their pocket lanterns cut through the darkness, casting shadows that danced on the broken tombstones. The atmosphere was dense, charged with the promise of something beyond human understanding. As they reached the tomb marked by the indecipherable inscription, a strange sensation hung in the air. The wind whispered like a somber melody, and the branches of the trees seemed to contort in ghostly gestures. Determined to unravel the mystery, the friends gathered around the grave adorned with enigmatic symbols. Lucas, the boldest of the group, pulled out an ancient book of symbols and arcane languages inherited from his grandfather, a scholar of the occult. With trembling fingers, he began to compare the strange characters on the tombstone with the yellowed pages of the book. As he uttered the forgotten words, a strange energy enveloped the group. At that moment, the atmosphere changed. The wind ceased, and an eerie calm dominated the scene. A spectral light emerged from the depths of the tomb, and shadows seemed to dance in response to the deciphered words. The fear, once just a distant shadow, became a palpable presence. The friends exchanged nervous glances, but something beyond human understanding was about to happen. The cemetery, now awakened from its centuries-old slumber, would reveal secrets that defied logic and plunge these young individuals into a journey into the unknown. This was only the beginning, the awakening of shadows that had long awaited their moment of revelation. The echo of invisible steps. The silent pact with the occult had been sealed, and the four friends, now connected to something beyond human understanding, felt the weight of the choice they had made. The night stretched before them like a dark stage, and each step seemed to echo in an ethereal corridor. The next day, strange events began to unfold. Unsettling shadows pursued them in the corners of their vision, and indistinct whispers filled the silence of the night. The friends, initially excited about the prospect of adventure, were now enveloped in an aura of apprehension. Lucas, the harbinger of the unknown, started having vivid dreams. In his nightmares, he walked through dark corridors and crossed ancient doors that creaked like distant lamentations. Indistinct figures hovered at the edge of his vision, whispering inscrutable secrets. The other friends also shared disturbing experiences. Emma felt cold hands touching her skin, but when she turned, she found only elusive shadows. Daniel, the skeptic of the group, began to question their sanity, but even he could not ignore the whispering voices that haunted him in the nighttime hours. A growing sense of tension surrounded the group as the echo of invisible steps followed them incessantly. Every attempt to escape the shadows seemed to deepen them further into the web of the unknown. The sinister journey that began as a challenge among friends was now turning into a struggle against forces beyond human understanding. In the next chapter, the boundaries between the real and the supernatural would dissipate even more, revealing an enigma that would take them to the brink of terror. The portal of disillusionment. The atmosphere around the friends became dense, charged with the energy of the inexplicable. The ancient book, now a dark artifact, seemed to pulsate in tune with the events unfolding. Each turned page was a step deeper into the abyss of the unknown. Lucas, still haunted by his dreams, began to notice patterns in the nightly visions. The corridors and doors that haunted his nightmares began to take shape in reality. He saw fragments of his dream in the dark corners of the house, as if a hidden dimension were intertwining with the tangible world. Emma, despite her attempts to ignore the icy sensations enveloping her, found herself obsessed with an ancient mirror in the living room. In the dim light of candles, she saw distorted images of figures that were not her own. Reflected in the glass, shadows danced, moving in ways that defied the laws of physics. Daniel, still skeptical even in the face of the extraordinary, tried to document the unexplainable events with his cameras. However, the captured images showed only indistinct shapes and distant voices. The paranormal, though tangible, remained elusive to earthly technology. The friends, now divided between curiosity and growing fear, decided to explore a door that stood out in Lucas's dreams. Upon opening it, they were greeted by an opalescent light that enveloped them like an ethereal embrace. A voice whispered in unison in their minds, "The portal of disillusionment is open." In the next chapter, the friends would face a crossroads between reality and the surreal. The portal would reveal its true intentions, challenging the nature of existence itself. What awaited on the other side, and would they have the courage to face the truth? The lament from beyond. Crossing the portal was like diving into an ocean of shadows and murmurs, a dimension where the known laws of reality seemed to dissolve. The friends found themselves in a place that defied any verbal description. As they explored, they noticed ethereal figures hovering in the distance. Echoes of past lives, perhaps, or manifestations of souls trapped on the threshold between two worlds. Every step echoed like a lament, a sorrow reverberating through the invisible walls of that existence beyond understanding. Lucas, guided by an invisible force, found himself before a shadowy figure. It was the manifestation of his deepest fears, an entity that fed on human anguish. This presence began to unravel the secrets stored in his mind, revealing truths that Lucas would rather not know. Emma, on the other hand, felt a connection to the lingering souls. She heard the laments, understanding their untold stories. Every sigh echoed like an unanswered prayer, an endless quest for redemption. Daniel, still skeptical in the face of the extraordinary, tried to record the visions with his cameras. However, the captured images showed only indistinct shadows and melancholic voices. The paranormal, though tangible, remained elusive to earthly technology. As the friends navigated this realm of laments, a sinister presence began to materialize. An ancestral entity, trapped between the veils of reality and illusion, observed them with eyes that seemed to pierce the essence of their souls. In the next chapter, the friends would confront the ancestral entity. Its intentions would be revealed, and they would discover the true purpose of the portal and the implications of disturbing the balance between worlds. What awaited them on this journey into the unknown? The revelation beyond reality. Confronted by the ancestral entity, the friends felt a wave of supernatural energy envelop them. It was as if the very fabric of reality was writhing before the ancestral presence. The entity, with a voice that seemed to echo centuries of wisdom and suffering, revealed its story. Once a wise guardian of passages between worlds, it had been betrayed by those who sought to exploit the secrets of the beyond for personal gain. Its spirit, now imprisoned, cried out for justice and balance. Over the centuries, the abandoned house had become a receptacle for dark energies, feeding on the unsuspecting who ventured to explore its mysteries. The friends, inadvertently, had set off a chain of events that led to the release of the entity. To restore order and free the ancestral entity, the friends were instructed to perform a ritual of redemption. Each of them had to confront their deepest fears and offer a part of their own essence to compensate for the imbalance caused. With renewed courage, Lucas, Emma, and Daniel embarked on the final journey. They faced terrifying visions, relics of their own internal torments. Each step was a confrontation with their own demons, but also an opportunity for purification. As they completed the ritual, the abandoned house seemed to calm down, and the shadows receded into the depths of the beyond. The ancestral entity, finally, found peace, thanking the friends for their courage and sacrifices. The story of the abandoned house came to an end, but the experiences lived by Lucas, Emma, and Daniel would leave indelible marks on their lives. The portal between worlds remained sealed, reminding them that there are mysteries beyond human understanding. With this, we conclude our suspenseful and terrifying narrative. Thank you for accompanying us on this chilling journey. If you enjoyed this story, share it, leave a like, and comment below on other topics you'd like to explore together. Until the next adventure in the shadows of the unknown.